My level of sarcasm increases with a person's level of stupidity. How did this happen? How did this happen? What went wrong? We told them it wasn't a good idea, but they didn't listen. No, they didn't listen. I don't know what I'm going to do now. Don't know what I'm going to do. Not at all. Curmudgeon told him. He said, it's not a good idea. That's too much explosions. That's way too much. It's going to take a chance of attracting too many. Yeah, well, you know management. You know management. So, what am I to do now? How many miles have I driven now since last night? How many? He said not to stop. He said to go and not worry. He would catch up. That's what he said. What am I to do now? What am I to do now? Just like the memory when I first met him. I was coming over a town 2 years ago, over a hill, looking down into a small town. And I heard something. I heard a lawnmower. I heard a lawnmower. They just didn't know what they were doing. Then I noticed some of the houses were painted. Had fresh paint on them. I couldn't believe it. Somebody was painting houses in this zombie-infested world. So I made my way down the hill and into the town, and there's this old guy mowing the lawn outside of his fortified house, or at least the start of his fortified house. And I'm standing there at the corner of a house, and I'm thinking, there's no way he's ever going to hear a zombie. He's a fool. How does he live this long? I mean, he's mowing. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see a zombie coming up on him. And he just stops mowing, just real nonchalant. Pulls out his pistol and shoots that zombie in the head. Just that easy. Puts the pistol away, pulls out a dirty old rag from his back pocket, wipes his brow, and he looks over at me and waves and says, "Come on over. You look like you could use something to eat and some rest." I hesitated, not knowing for sure, but I went over to him, and that's how our friendship started. That's how it started. So here I am, looking at a new town, and I just don't have that old fart with me. A new morning, new town, and he saved my life. Never saw so many zombies. They just kept coming to the hotel, and they kept coming to the hotel, and the old curmudgeon yells at me. He says, "They've filled the pits up. The blades are jammed. They're coming over into the hotel now." He told me, he says, "Head for the base. Load up the mini bikes. We got our bug out bags ready. We're ready to go. I'll be there in just a moment." So I did that. And as I was waiting there at the exit for him, I see him coming across the tennis courts with 40 or 50 zombies behind him. And in the tennis courts, there was dozens of zombies in there. And there was an intern, a foolish intern out there who had been playing tennis. We told him, don't play tennis at night. Don't play tennis at night. And he was whacking them zombies in the head with that tennis racket. Yep. And he was pretty good with that tennis racket. But he just wasn't that good. That old fart stopped. Yeah, he stopped to help that intern. And the last I saw was him and the intern fighting them zombies. Saw the intern go down, and then they swarmed all over the curmudgeon. And all I heard was him tell me, run, run, go, that he would catch up. I don't know how many hours I've been on the road. At least 12, 15 hours since I left. We knew what direction we were going to go. We talked about this in case things went bad. Yeah, in case things went bad. So here I am, all alone again. It's a new day, sun's shining coming up, but we're not going to give up. Not going to give up. That's not what he would want.